let's give him hell.
Wait, yeah, wait a second. Before he even starts, this guy just let's give him hell. All right, then we got this.
My eyes were so blurry. My tears were literally coming out. Like, it was impossible to see.
Hey all you butterballs, welcome back to one of my favorite series here on the channel, that being Fixin' Matches with iBUYPOWER. Huge thanks to them for supporting this series and to you guys for submitting your Counterstrike 2 clips for pros to review, as we also interview another one today, that being one of my favorites, STYKO. Last time we saw him was at the Paris Major, so we hope you guys all enjoyed this discussion and him reviewing your clips. Hope you enjoy. All right, guys, we are here with the one and only STYKO. I know I already asked you how you doing, but if you don't mind giving like a brief introduction for those who are not aware who you are to the people at home.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm doing great, thank you. I am a professional Counter-Strike player. I've been around for a lot of years. I've started in 1.6, then went to CSGO, and now I'm competing in CS2. Unfortunately, competing is not a great term because currently I'm benched in my team, but I've been part of many majors and I'm hoping to get into another one in CS2. So I'm trying to compete still and be better. And on top of things, I'm also doing content for CS players who try to become better. And hopefully I'm doing good enough job that we can talk about it later on.
So the first one, we got Tanner PR, said my first Deagle 3K was in CS Source. Now my first Deagle 4K was in CS2.
So from the get-go, I kind of like the jiggles later in the window. Clearly, the player knows about CS. It's pretty good. Pretty good start. The jiggles here. This is good. This is good. Oh, he spotted the CT there in the bench. All right, now we're a little bit too static in these duels, but I don't mind it. I don't mind it. It's a lower level. Great shot. Puts up the B side. Grab a gun quickly. Alright, we didn't grab a gun, but it's a good shot as well. Cover. Holy sh... He almost got 5k there. That was pretty nuts. But you know what? I'm gonna give credit to him, but at the same time, I feel like opponents are kind of running into him. Like, they're legit going into the straight line out of market window there. I mean market door. And he just lined them up. But I like how constantly on the toes he is. You know, he's like moving around, and then as soon as he spots someone, he tries to adjust and like stand still. It's not great, but good enough for like amateur. Good job, brother.
Being a Counter-Strike pro, but also trying to do content. I mean, you guys are notoriously known to be traveling all the time and, you know, competing nearly every weekend, especially when active. So how do you balance your lifestyle? Like, how do you find the time when you are active on a team to also try and do content?
It's incredibly difficult, and you can see how difficult it is by the amount of players that are actually capable of doing it. There's very little. And if there is any content, it has to be usually outsourced through everything, through production and actual creation, through someone else, because you don't really want to spend time on that as a professional player, because you don't have that amount of time. So I've ramped up my content game only lately since I've been benched, and I had to, you know, find something that I really truly enjoy. And this is the key. I feel like juggling between profession of CSGO player or CS2 player and content creation, there's only one way how to manage to do it, and you have to genuinely enjoy making content. It has to be almost your hobby, that you're looking forward to create a script, shoot a video, edit it, publish it. It has to be inside of you. It can't be like a mundane job that you're like, oh, I guess I need to shoot a video now. I guess I need to stream. No, it's that's not leading anywhere. So I think that's the secret.
Here we got Farza, no context given.
Alright, so it's 3v2 situation. We know about one guy coming from flank. His teammate has a CT spawn. He just died. Okay, 3v1. Okay, great shot. This is really good. Can you pause? Go back? Go back? Yeah. So just a quick note. Look how he's using a pillar that he planted next to. So he's isolating, thanks to that pillar on the right now, he's using it to isolate all the 1v1 duels. So he's gonna get a, yeah, this is first duel, but disengage instantly. Use the pillar on the left to cover himself from short area. He gets 1v1 here. Then hug the pillar again to isolate duel on banana. And then use the pillar to swing on the last guy. Really good.
See, I feel like me as a just trash player, I would hyperfixate so hard on this first duel right here. I would just stay here and try to kill this guy. I feel like, you know, like I'd be like, there's a guy right there. I can't turn around. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Exactly.
You have to think about it from the POV of the CTs that are coming from CT, because you see that your banana guy is having like a duel with the last T. and they're gonna be like, oh shit, let's push in. There, it's clear. But the guy on long, he's gonna just die right now because he's just running unaware. He's just trying to get into the fight, but the fight isn't happening anymore because of the disengagement that X-Fars he did. So good on him. That was pretty good. I think this might be like global elite kind of stuff. Good stuff.
And a little bit of a throwback. Earlier you were talking about, getting into Counter-Strike. You're a bit older now, 27. You're still young in my heart, okay? We're the old guys here. But so how did you eventually get into Counter-Strike? We could even stretch it back earlier. What was your upbringing like? Were you playing video games a lot? Were you around it? Or when was your first introduction to video games?
Yeah, I got into games super quick. In general, I didn't really like shooters or FPS games. I was more of like strategic kind of guy and RTS and RPG. Back in the day, it wasn't like anything crazy. Going with multiplayer, etc. I didn't have internet connection for a long part of my childhood, but obviously through a friend and through my classmates, we decided to give it a go for some multiplayer games during our days off, and it was fun. I realized once we tried Counter-Strike, I realized I'm much better than my classmates, and they were all like in one team against me, solo in one team, like, and it was kind of equal. After that, I tried to play at home on public servers. I eventually got some friends that we started competing with, traveling across my countries in Slovakia just to try out different LAN environments. I was like 13, 14, 15. I was still traveling with my parents most of the time because they wouldn't let me otherwise, and it was fun. Like, we were upsetting pretty good teams despite us being literally kids. And that's how I got into known territory of good players. They gave me a chance. They didn't offer me a contract back then. We didn't really have any team that was on contract. But when CSGO came out, that's when I broke through into international scene, and people from abroad started contacting me, and I trialed out for a team. It went well, and since then I'm in international waters.
All right, we got, I don't even know, Appleseed maybe? Appleseed?
Yeah, sure.
Go with that.
Having the second Mirage in a row.
I don't know. Alright. Go connector.
This is wild. Where are the mates?
Are you talking about from their team?
Yeah, like
Right.
we're just running straight into the connector? What is happening? Okay, but good for Appleseed for
Yellow, stay be
like they're not even shooting back.
Fucking right outside the window.
Yep.
Fuck him. He's like, fuck him. He's on the window. And he gets out and he gets fucked instead.
I just want to watch it again. Sorry.
Where is he looking? What is this? Wait, go back. Like, look at the radar. There's 4 people on B side, and he's looking on B side short.
That's
What
true.
the hell?
So where did these, and again, this is because I'm not a CS guy, where are these guys coming from that the rest of his team didn't see anymore?
Underground. Like, they're coming from underground. They might be hearing them, but the guy is legit holding short where 4 of his teammates are, and then he quickly adjusts, get the random 3k, actually 4k. Why is he? Look after second kill, he aims up again on short for no reason at all. Wait, after second.
Oh, was that third? Was that third? Oh, right there.
He went up. He went up like yeah. I guess someone is coming from there, but it's his teammate coming.
Oh, yeah, right there.
I don't know. This is a really weird clip, and I don't want to see any more of it. Quickly, go next.
Shouts to you, Appleseed.
Yeah, good job. Good 4K, guys.
So I do have to ask, just because right before you joined, we were talking about this. I'm not going to ask you to do a top 10 here, but you said you played a variety of games growing up, a lot of single player, but obviously you've moved into very competitive shooter games. Can you give me a top 3 games of all time?
For me, of all time, I don't know, but for me personally, I'm gonna go with Elder Scrolls series. But I grew up on Oblivion, so I'm gonna go with that one. Then I would go. Let me think. I really like the Roller Coaster Tycoon. I think it's my first game that I've ever played, so I've spent a lot of time on it. And the last one, I think Age of Empires is kind of classic. Everyone grew up on that one.
There you go.
Age of Empires 2.
That's my period of time as well. So.
Let's give him hell.
Wait, before
that calm.
Yeah, wait a second. Before it even starts, this guy just, let's give him hell.
That's what you need, dude.
I hope it's the bottom of Fragger too. Can we see who says that?
Let's give him
It was 0-0, so you won't see. Everyone's
Okay.
All right, this is gonna be a wild thing here. I feel like.
Why you say that already? What's
Because there's like 4 terrorists spotted in the T ramp, and they're running on this one guy, and he's alone. I mean, there's a friend behind him, but that's about it. I don't know. I hate it already. I hate this game. Oh my god. Okay. Team flash happening. That's good. Teammate just disconnected there in mid clutch.
What the
He got
fuck?
all 5 headshots.
Okay,
Or my 5 kills.
We'll replay that one more time because I feel like everything happened really fast.
Yeah, it was a first of all, he can be a little happy with the fact that he has P2K equipped, which to me, at first I wanted to point out, use USP, please. But at the same time, thanks to P2K, which has 1 extra bullet, he got that 2nd kill on the stairs. So that's kind of clutch, but I feel like it's kind of random. It's not clutch at all. I think it's gonna be the last bullet here. Yeah,
You're
last
right.
bullet.
Last bullet.
Last bullet and 7 HP. He would die otherwise. This is a team flash. And great shot there. And great shot on the default. I mean, shots were crisp. All I'm gonna say. But the beginning was ugly.
I have a little bit of a callback to an earlier point you were making. To be fair, when we talked to you, when Jake interviewed you in Paris, you had already, like, you were competing and not bench, and you were making content at the same time, right? Like, you had already been putting out a lot of educational content. And that's kind of what I want to focus on is your content is, like you said, you're focused on providing a value to people, right? And really having like this high level, like engaging and educational and valuable content. There had to be a choice at some point for you where I think in the Counterstrike community, there's an obvious content crutch that people can fall on, right? And it's case openings. And I feel like that's part of the reason, to me, why there might not be a whole lot of progression in some of the content creation game in Counter-Strike, is because people can always go to case openings and get good viewership and do really well. What was that decision like for you? Was there a moment where you're like, okay, do I do this as content or do I focus on educational? And like, just what was that decision like? And how do you feel about that?
I think this decision was really, really easy because I generally hate. I don't even want to call them YouTubers. Like, what is the point? Like, you're just opening cases. You're gambling at the casino. Like, to me, those streamers, I don't really have any respect for. If this is what you really want to make and create and get paid for, sure, go ahead. But I just don't understand how people watch it and how they get views. Like, I don't feel like I am really average viewer of Counter-Strike content because I hate a lot of things that are getting very good numbers. Let's say here are the top 3 Mirage smokes. Here I'm gonna show them, and that video is usually viral. Like, it's so easy content for me to just come up with 3 lineups and show it, edit it really well, and narrate it, maybe explain how to use it. But I want to go really in depth, and that's why the decision came really easy. I was browsing YouTube at the beginning of the year, and I realized, like, it wasn't even this year. It was like 3 years ago. I was like, damn, I really want to learn about like psychology, how to get out of slumps, how to bring in consistency into my gameplay. And I couldn't find anything on the YouTube. I was actually like, I realized there and then that if I want to learn about this and I want to progress in my career, I need to start reading about it. So I ordered a couple of books, audio books of people who were into esports. They were psychologists. Let's say Team Liquid ex-psychologist Jared Tendler is one of my heavy influential. I've never met him. He never met me, but I read his books and I put pieces together. I wrote down notes, what I learned in the book. I wrote them in the script. And I made a video about it. And that video got really good numbers. And I realized there and then that, okay, damn, maybe there's more people like me who actually want to become better at gaming, or really you can translate it into any profession that you're doing, any sports that you're doing. And there's going to be a niche of people that are going to find it interesting. And that's enough for me. Like case openings, no one is going to really get anything out of that other than maybe dopamine hit and entertainment. But if I'm actually helping someone, and even if out of 5,000 people who watch the video, it's only one guy who actually progressed in their career thanks to my tips or tricks or recap, that's a huge win for me.
That's a dope answer.
HKB, first CS2 ace. Got a lot of pistol clips in this one, to be honest.
Yeah.
Laying down smoke.
Love a good inspect.
He's flexing that knife. I love it. He knows it's coming. The clip is coming. If you inspect your weapon, the clip is coming. I don't see the radar, but I hate it again. Like, there's literally 3 people in the same position. You can see go back a little bit. So his teammate is gonna pop in front of him. They're blocking each other, and there's extra nade coming from the back. So there are 3 guys in the same position, not doing anything. It's weird. Now is Molly coming, so it's 4 people in the same position. That's really calm shooting, actually. I'm surprised. That's some Nico level shit. No, this was good. I liked it.
He's got an outro on his clip on Twitter. What? We gotta start doing that from now on. Yeah, I feel like is this normal? Is this like your teammates stacking like on this tunnel normal right here? Okay.
This is the opposite of normal. You see, the normal is on this scale, and this clip is somewhere here outside of the camera on the completely opposite side of the room. Like, this is not normal at all.
Okay.
Hey, this is not normal for pros, okay?
This feels like an ego kind of thing where like both teams, like it's pistol rounds, we're just all stacking in the same spot, and whoever wins wins.
You and all your homies are going for kills.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's a brawl. It's a brawl, and
There's probably a lot of things to pick from, but what would you say is the most difficult part about being a CS pro?
ooh, that's a good question. But I would say definitely schedule and the pressure tied with the schedule. So the schedule is kind of ruthless. There's not a lot of practice for teams in between tournaments. There's not a lot of time where you can spend with your loved ones, family, friends, whatever. You're traveling. You're in the hotel room most of the time, and it's not especially visible for me right now. But I was part of it like a few years ago when I was truly in a tier 1 organization and we were traveling from tournament to tournament. And right now it's kind of balanced for me, but I understand some players, a lot of players, are basically drained after every season. Like, they're like zombies, and they just need to reset, and they need those 4 weeks of not touching a computer and touching grass instead.
All right, then we got this.
This is CSGO. I didn't have CS2 clip like that, but
We're talking about panic.
so
Let's go
So
back.
this is from Scrim, okay? This is from actual professional players, Scrim. This is not a face it, this is professional players against us, and we are professional players in this clip, and this happens. Like, when I was saying this clip to you this morning, I was watching it like 10 times. At 10th time, I couldn't see my monitor because my eyes were so blurry. My tears were literally coming out of me. Like, it was impossible to see. And right now it's coming back, kind of. Like, I love this clip and the laugh.
What is this like in the
it's
moment?
probably
Like,
you see Devil Volk in the chat wrote question mark. That's our coach back in the day. He's completely stunned. Like, what the fuck is happening, guys? Just question mark while the rest of us are dying in the chat. And yeah, it happened to the best of us. When you think you killed someone already and you try to spray transfer to someone else that you're hearing on the left. First of all, he didn't hear him correctly because the enemy was coming out of boiler, not short. But it's kind of easy to mishear because you're shooting a lot. But the fact that he went back in that spray transfer and he committed to that 1 kill made it extra hilarious to me. Because sometimes people would, if I was in this situation, I would spray transfer to complete unknown, to the abyss of short, and there's no one there, I would start laughing and I would like stop holding my mouse. I would just give up the round completely.
But he tried to go back.
Yeah, he tried to go back and he actually killed him.
is this how like scrims are in CS? Or obviously,
very rare.
okay. Well, I even just mean like from an attitude perspective, it seems like you guys were having a good time. I have to imagine, like, our scrims, or maybe there's like a scale, right? Like sometimes you're having a great time scrimming, and sometimes it's like the dumps.
Sometimes something like this happens very occasionally, and I kid you not, sometimes we had to cancel practice day because we were laughing so hard. It was impossible to like go back into normal selves. Yeah, refocus. So we had like 2. So this happened in the middle of the scrim. The rest of the scrim we were just dying and just thinking about it and waiting for it to upload it and share it with everyone. And then we couldn't refocus for the last 2 scrims of the day, so we just straight up canceled. But it was very rare, and most of the time it's very serious environment, especially now in CS2 and the end of CSGO. This is like, what year is this? This was uploaded 3 years ago, so this was during COVID era. So we had to make something fun out of the situation. We were stuck at home and not being able to play and travel. So this is what we did.
Okay, well, I think that's probably all we have, Jake. Yeah.
Yeah, that is all we have. STYKO, we can't thank you enough, dude. It was a great conversation, great analysis of those clips, and I'm sure the people that sent those clips in are going to be very happy with most of your reviews too. So we obviously appreciate your time. I said it wasn't going to be long, but we should have known we were going to talk to you longer because we've already had a great pleasure of chatting with you. So thank you so much for doing this, man.
Yeah, we appreciate
Thank you
it.
for inviting me. Thank you very much, guys. It was always nice to see you. Always nice to talk to you.
Yep.
And
And we run it back sometime.
Yes, we're going to run it back, and then we hope to see you in an event sometime soon, all right?
Thank you very much. Thank you
All
and
right.
everyone everyone who tuned in as well.
All right, take care, dude. All right.
Later, brother.
Bye-bye. Take care.
And also a reminder to all of you guys, you can submit your CS2 clips in the iBUYPOWER Discord, link down below, or also on Twitter when we announce these things, and you'll be entered into an exclusive limited edition giveaway. It's a limited edition Hyper Beast mousepad, RGB, by the way, and it'll be delivered early 2024. And as always, we hope you guys all enjoy fixing matches with iBUYPOWER. Again, it's been great to sit down with all of these CS pros. If you guys have one in mind you want us to try and get on, they are so busy. They are very hard to get a hold of, but we'll try our best. Leave a like, a comment. We really do appreciate that. And we'll see you back here for the next episode. Take care. Okay, bye-bye.